Providing supplies to frontline workers was on the minds of many in our community. Blue Ridge Energy donated N95 masks to help area medical providers. Businesses like Suga and Misty Mountain Threadworks were among the first local manufacturers to pivot to PPE production. These needs being met locally helped limit the lag time that came with trying to source supplies from off the mountain, while also helping stretch out supplies already stockpiled by local emergency management teams. Resource is everything in a time of crisis, and our next award winner used a unique manufacturing space and a trusted name in the medical supply market to quickly answer the need for boosting testing supplies not only locally, but around the country. Wells Fargo presents the recipient of the 2020 Alfred Adams Award for Economic Development to Watauga Opportunities Incorporated.
Watauga Opportunities is a private nonprofit agency that provides vocational and community services for individuals with barriers to employment or community involvement. That can be individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, or individuals with mental health disabilities or substance use, or anyone chronically unemployed. When everyone kind of went home on Friday, March 13th, the unknown was creeping in, and people just didn't know where to turn. A lot of our staff were afraid to be around each other, afraid to come to work and whatnot. And it just came upon me that Winston Churchill's line from the Blitz bombing in London during World War II just seemed to be most appropriate, which is stay calm and carry on. We need to respond to this in a rational, calm manner, and we need to keep doing what we're doing as best we can. And our goals were, one, to be proud of what we did when we come out the other side of it, to look back at what we've done, be proud of what we've done. And number two, we saw this as an opportunity for excellence. You know, this is when we're challenged. We feel like we're a very responsive, quick to move nonprofit agency, and this is an opportunity for our excellence. But we also talked to staff about decisions and how we're making decisions in quicksand, and that the decision we made this week may well change next week, it may well change next month, and just bear with us, but we're going to keep you informed. And our promise to staff was we will keep you informed all the time. We just need to stay calm and keep doing what we're doing. We have a company we work with named Sarstedt from Newton Conover. They're a German firm, and they actually make different types of test tubes. And we had done different surgical medical products. We have 3 FDA-approved controlled environment spaces where we assemble and package medical devices. And we assembled and packaged some of the medical lab testing devices for them. They contacted us in mid-March and said, we're going to be sending you a lot of these sample collection tubes that you normally do, where we're screwing the lid on the tube and we put them in various count bags. We put them in bags of 50 or 100 or 500 or whatever the case may be. But they said, we're sending you 750,000. And this was mid-March. And 2 weeks later, we got a call from them saying, how much more can you do, because we need to send you 1 million. And we started then producing. By the 1st of April, we were up to about 750,000 a month. And by the 1st of May, we're up to 1 million a month. And now our projection is by December, we will have created 10 million sample collection vials that are being used in the COVID test kits. They're being sent to Lab Corp, NIH, and CDC, being used all over the country. And we've hired a number of additional staff due to that demand. We have a manufacturing operation, and we also have a service operation. Within our service operation, within both operations, we have tremendous staff. And we try and run the organization. Well, we've gotten quite large. We've got about 100, 110 employees now. We try and stay family-oriented. We try and be responsive to the individuals that work for us and their family, recognizing that they work for their families. Our services had to turn on a dime. We provide a lot of services in schools, 27 high schools, every high school essentially from Asheville up to Sparta. All those students went home March 13th. We had to turn our in-person services for special ed students into virtual services. We've got tremendous staff that are very, very astute at curriculum design, and what I found out, we're also very, very good at technology. And they were able to take our entire platform and our curriculum and turn it into a virtual platform. So by the 1st of April, when students were coming back in a virtual means, we were able to offer our pre-employment transitional services for special ed students off of a virtual platform. And then during the summer, they tweaked that and got that stronger and stronger. So when we started classes in the fall, we have an even better virtual platform to provide these vocational services to special ed students. I think that the entire pandemic has caused all of us to live outside the box. The box we always talk about getting outside of, we've been living outside of it. And things that now are commonplace, such as we have Zoom classes for a lot of our participants. A lot of our participants are still at home. And we have Zoom classes a couple times a day where we go through all kinds of curriculum with them. I mean, one thing, I walked in to say hi to everybody during a Zoom class yesterday, and they're talking about gift-giving protocol. And just different things like that. So the social skills we're trying to help people with disabilities focus on. All those types of skills we've gotten into a virtual format. We have had individuals in the past who've had one medical condition or another, and they have to be hospitalized or they'd have to be home for 4 or 5 or 6 weeks. And when we talk with their families, oftentimes they're really scrambling to want to get back to Watauga Opportunities because that's where their peer group is. That's where their cohorts are. And so now with the virtual platform, we can get on and hook up with them and get them involved with their cohorts and their friends and their classes, 2 or 3 times a day, even while they can't attend. So those things that have just been a response to the pandemic actually going forward can become a normal part of daily operating procedure for